Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and look what iTrustCapital just went and did. They have added Axie Infinity, which is probably, if I had to pick, based on what I've seen and researched, if I had to pick the three top, probably the 3 out of the 5 of the top metaverse in digital asset investments that I've seen. One is Axie Infinity, the other is Decentraland, which is called Mana, the Mana token, and then the third would be Sandbox. Those are kind of the 3 biggies, and iTrustCapital just added Axie Infinity to their platform. And this is, you can see this is Axie Infinity right here. They have created their own metaverse, and they have their, what is their token? I guess, is the token called Axie Infinity? No, it's called AXS maybe, let's see. Axie Infinity shards are the glue that binds. AXS holders will be able to claim rewards if they stake their tokens, play the game, and participate in the governance votes. So I guess AXS has now been added to iTrustCapital. If you don't have an iTrustCapital account now, you need to hop to it, because this is the tax deferred or tax free way to invest in crypto. Opening an IRA with these guys, they're the largest IRA company in the world, is my understanding, and they are a sponsor, and I'm a 2-time customer of theirs. Now, Rosalind Layton, who we talked about in the last video, she had done this Forbes article, The Meaning of We at the SEC. Well, I thought when I saw Bill Clinton say that depends on what the definition of is, I thought that would be the craziest thing I ever saw in any kind of political or government landscape. But Rosalind Layton is right. Now we have to define what the word we is, because we, I believe, always was the SEC, and they're trying to say it's not. She says here, and this is interesting, the SEC may be in hot water, stoking confusion between leaders' personal views and official statements. It has material significance in crypto debate and may appear in court. Uh-oh. Now check this out. This is a protest. I don't know where this is, but somebody's holding a Buy XRP sign. See that right there? We missed it. Right there. It's a small world, isn't it? Okay. Procoin News put this out. This is procoinnews.com, who is the greatest digital asset news website in the world. The crypto news site. They're the only crypto news site that I'm aware of that actually covers the SEC versus Ripple case, including the controversy part. Everybody else, to my knowledge, is ignoring it. Stellar XLM is bullish, announces entry to smart contracts. Stellar had actually put a video out. So you see what's happening now, folks. XRP and XLM rising. XRP and XLM have been the sleeping giants all along. I've always believed that, still do. Bitcoin and Ethereum were prototypes. XRP and XLM are the finished product. True story, folks. Now, speaking of Stellar, listen to this clip. This is the guy that Gary Gensler hired to be I think he heads the enforcement at the SEC now. Listen to what he says.
Many of these cases, we've been able to secure meaningful relief for defrauded investors. For example, in addition to monetary relief, we've obtained undertakings that require issuers of digital asset securities to destroy tokens in their possession, request removal of tokens from trading platforms, publish the SEC's order on social media channels, and refrain from participating in future digital asset offerings. The threshold in many of these cases...
Burning, huh? The second he said that, it reminded me of this. Does everybody remember when Stellar, out of nowhere, decided they were going to burn 55 billion of their tokens worth $4.7 billion? It makes me wonder if the people at Stellar have had conversations with the SEC and been told, look, if you'll burn half the supply, we'll leave you alone. That is interesting because we've been asking, why not Jed McCaleb? Why is he not in this? Where is Jed McCaleb? That would answer the question. If the SEC told them, look, you guys burn half of it and we'll leave you alone, then it would make sense, because at the time it made no sense that they would burn $4.7 billion. It's one of those, it's the old, would you rather have all of something or all of nothing? That would make it make sense. Now, remember the other day when that congressman tried to slip in an amendment that would, according to Tom Emmer here, he says, the House Democrats' America Competes Act gives Secretary Yellen the power to unilaterally block America's digital currency payments worldwide. This is another unacceptable step towards CCP-style financial authoritarianism. Wow. Well, we remember, it's important that you remember, because here's another thing that's great about ProCoinNews.com, is that these guys have a web, they call it the web of corruption, with Gary Gensler in the center. They have added, I told them they ought to add Jim Himes. I think his name was Jim Himes. Jim Himes. He has been added as another congressman that would like for you to vote him out, because he is the one that tried to slip that thing into the bill. So it's time for Jim Himes to go. Connecticut, all you people in Connecticut, get him out. I thought this was an interesting tweet today. The IMF blockchain consensus mechanisms referencing XRP, Ripple, or XLM Stellar. The future's fast and cheap, not slow and expensive like Bitcoin and Ethereum. And this is from an actual IMF document, which you can pull. John Deaton is always out there busy. He says, absolute proof. The SEC never believed it could prove today's XRP a security. If it truly believed in its bogus, absurd allegations, it would have sought a preliminary injunction to stop ongoing sales of XRP. It allows $50 million per month in illegal sales to help fund the defense. And this is Ripple's total sales. Okay, this is 2021. And then right here it says, this is from an SEC, this is from the case. It's like a footnote, I think. Third, this is from the SEC. Third, Ripple has the financial resources necessary to undertake the search requested by the SEC, which may cost several $100,000. Not only did Ripple raise over $1.4 billion as a result of the conduct at issue, but Ripple continues to raise $150 million per quarter. So John Deaton's making the point, if it's so bad and you think that it's wrong, why didn't you do an injunction against Ripple to get them to stop selling it? Which they did not. I've stated from the beginning, had the SEC charged Ripple for specific sales of XRP during early years, I would have never sued the SEC. But it did the opposite and even went further, claiming today's secondary market sales are also illegal. Yet the Blockchain Association is quiet. Why? To be fair, I haven't reached out and asked for any help or assistance. Since others are questioning why some haven't offered support, I can only speculate that it's because I've called out and brought the attention to the Ethereum free pass, which, if true, is both juvenile and short-sighted. The SEC is claiming because Ripple was instrumental in creating a secondary market for XRP, all XRP are therefore securities. If successful, the same thing could be argued versus Vitalik Buterin, Joseph Lubin, and Consensus. Vitalik was able to halt the trading of Ethereum, for Christ's sake. Albeit with honorable intentions, I don't blame Ethereum promoters for lobbying for forbearance. They should have, although I would have lost the arrogance and the hypocrisy. But today the enemy is not each other, it's the SEC. And he referenced the Blockchain Association, how they have not reached out to, they're quiet and they haven't really reached out to him. So I told them, and the Digital Chamber and Perry Ann Boring over there, you owe the crypto industry comment on this. Why are none of you working to help John Deaton? This case is ground zero of the crypto regulatory issues. And then we've got this, because there's some heat on Gary Gensler. This was from Politico, which is a big deal. SEC's crypto crusade at risk in the looming legal battles. I just wanted to show you a couple of quotes. This one's from Stuart Alderati from Ripple. As a lawyer, you're kind of trained and taught to not pick fights with regulators. Ripple General Counsel Stuart Alderati said in an interview, but we didn't pick a fight with a regulator. The regulator picked a fight with us. Respect for regulators needs to be earned, and I don't think the SEC has earned the right to get the industry's respect. And then they get a comment from Kristen Smith, who heads up. She's the one that leads the Blockchain Association. There's a carrot and stick approach, said Kristen Smith, who leads the Blockchain Association trade group. It's aggressive, more aggressive than perhaps other industries. But meanwhile, Kristen Smith will not even voice anything about Ripple or support for John Deaton. She should have to answer that, because they claim to be an industry group. In fact, a trade group. All right. So if it's a trade group, are they lobbying on behalf of Bitcoin and Ethereum, or the crypto industry as they say they're doing? I think it's Bitcoin and Ethereum. Ripple tweeted this out today. I think Ripple is in the prediction business right now. There's a lot in store for crypto in 2022. Ripple leadership share their top predictions for the new year in the recent blog. Which of the following trends are you most excited about? Looks like clarified regulation is what everybody's most excited about. More crypto payments, multi-chain future, NFTs going mainstream. I think that 2022 is going to be the XRP XLM show, personally. Now, remember the executive order that Joe Biden is fixing to do. I am not optimistic about the executive order, because I haven't seen much come out of this whole crowd that is pro-business or pro-crypto or anything bordering on it, okay? Could be XRP. I wanted to make sure you understand. They're doing this executive order under the guise of national security. So I was watching Jeremy Hogan's video, his latest video the other day, and out of nowhere he comes out with this. Listen to this.
50 years old, I finally see he was correct. I apologize, Mr. Riley. Because let's go back to 1933 and President Roosevelt's Executive Order 6102, which in short outlawed ownership and confiscated gold, and it was considered a matter of national security also. And how was the gold confiscation order enforced? Did armed FBI guys bust into people's homes and search their homes for gold? No, that doesn't work too well, especially in America where everyone owns a gun. No, the only practical way for the government to control an asset like that is through the refineries, and the gold importers, and the exchanges. And that is exactly what the government did back in the 1930s. And if we fast forward to 2022, I think it's obvious that if the US government really wants to regulate, confiscate, or even outlaw crypto, the only viable means is through the exchanges. The SEC doesn't have the ability to sue all 10,000 crypto coins out there. And even if it did, the crypto world is so global that as soon as it sued 100, another 100 would pop up in another country. And sure enough, a week or two ago, Chair Gensler signaled just that. And here's the news story from Yahoo Finance. Headline: SEC's Gensler wants crypto exchange regulation in 2022.
All right, so I think you get the point. I don't think they're trying to outlaw crypto, but I think they want to control it through the exchanges. And I think that you have to have the buyback of, listen, if a lot of what we've been talking about for the last 3-4 years, the whole concept of what we've been talking about is the idea that XRP is used across the world as a bridge currency. If XRP is truly going to be in a basket of digital asset reserve currencies, or if it's going to be a bridge currency to the world's going to need that XRP. So to me, when I think about this, the most likely scenario is that they say that you have to be accredited to own it. That puts XRP in the hands of banks, institutions, sophisticated people that are going to want to lend their XRP to the world to use anyway. because they don't want to sell it and incur the taxes. They, in essence, become banks. For me, that's what I want to become. I want to become a lender of XRP. I don't want to sell my XRP. I want to lend it to the world to be a bridge currency. All you got to do is pay me interest. That is what I'm talking about. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and tell your friends and family that if they are nervous about the idea that their XRP or their XLM or anything else is on these exchanges, if they're nervous about this executive order and they want to make sure they hold their digital assets with their own private keys on a Ledger Nano OS, all you got to do is go in the description of this video at the very top and get a Ledger Nano OS. I have the link there. And then you can put your digital assets on your Ledger Nano OS and you won't have to worry about things like that. Thanks for